Hello, my dear lovies. Welcome to another episode of Babayaga Speaks. And today I come on here and thought about sharing and expressing my journey about meditation, how I started it, and where I am right now so far. And just a disclaimer, I'm not really meditating every single day, although that's the vision that I have for myself, that I incorporate it as a second nature, you know, to meditate every day, like brushing teeth. You know. But when it comes to my early exposure to meditation, I would really say it was hard. Like really, really excruciating and exhausting. And it feels like it's never ending. Uh I think that was my first meditation session was when my sister invited me to this Buddhist temple, and we were just asked to sit down. There's a bit of cushion under my tushy, and the monk, um yeah, the monk, she was just he she I forgot, but the monk was just guiding us to breathing, deep breaths in and out, you know, and then during that time, I was in a space where I'm just all over the place. I am hurt. I'm devastated. I'm broken. I see myself as broken. I see myself as lost. So I gave myself the chance to go to a meditation practice because I have seen what it did for my sister. She was the calmer one. She was, I would perceive her as the enlightened one, and I would love that for myself. So why not give it a try? So I don't know how long it was, but I didn't like what I met in my meditation because flashes of images and voices and thoughts, memories, future stuff just came rushing into my mind. And when we were asked to quiet down and observe these thoughts, I don't understand. I have no idea how to navigate them. So I thought that session was was a failure. I failed that. I didn't get to concentrate. I didn't get to meditate at all. And it was I was like, I felt embarrassed being there in the first place. And I kept that to myself because, I wanted to give an impression to those fellow people in the meditation group that I'm good at this. We're just people sitting down, trying to make our tushies comfortable, and I'm feeling all the pins and needles. But ultimately, it's not that I kept on practicing it, meditation, but it's also about exposing myself more about it and around it. So, like days after the session, I'd read information here and there about meditation, what it is and what it isn't. And then, of course, with discernment, trying to um, place myself in a space where my truth is aligned and that it's not forced. But really, it has taken me years and years, and even when I got into the psychedelic journeys, when we take the plant medicine, we were really asked to, let ourselves go. And I think that's where I saw the value of meditation, and that's what kept me doing it. The value, the power of letting go. Because for the most part, the reason why we feel heavy, the reason why we feel like we're stuck and behind and just all of these not so nice things is simply because we're not supposed to hold on to them. Maybe simply because they're not them. Well, we are not them in the first place. It's not ours in the first place. That's why we let it go. What the future holds is not mine. What other people think, especially what people think about me, it's not mine. What people's expectations are of me, they're not mine. And they can only be mine if I agree to it. And should I choose, truly choose to agree to it, not by force, not by obligation, but because of alignment, you know, because we do deal with different people. We collaborate with them, we team up with them, we work with them. And I have a job, and being with my people, um, it's it's been, how do you call that? It feels good. It feels right listening to them, understanding them. And I said people, not tasks. That's another that's another video. I will not talk about tasks today. But yeah. And last night I was, after like almost a month of not meditating. And maybe I do visit my altar every now and then, but only for a short while. I just light a candle. I burn incense and maybe just spend 5 minutes, not really like the meditating, but just offering gratitude, just offering prayers, stuff like that. And just spend a little bit of time there. But last night, I was able to spend like 30 minutes in meditation. And that's something that I'm really very thankful and also take pride of, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm able to do that. I'm able to sit with myself, observe the thoughts that are, passing through, and really continuously train myself to just observe them, uh, not to, linger too long in them, and not to judge myself against them. There are thoughts that would make me feel heavy and uh, cramped and too confined, and I name it like, that kind of thought is too heavy. And then most of the time, when I catch those thoughts that are heavy, not aligned, they're not mine. So what's next, the next kind thing to do, the next loving thing to do? Huh, let it go. It takes practice, it takes training to let go. And meditation has helped me in that area. And I appreciate my journey when it comes to meditation. And meditation is not a one size fits all. There's a lot of materials, there's a lot of resources that might resonate with you. In the end, it's still your discernment. It's still It still depends on, what you really need at this point in time. But when you do decide to go for meditation, especially as a beginner, is to just allow it to be however you feel, however you think, as much as possible. Don't hold too much expectations. The fact that you're doing meditation, the fact that you chose to try it for yourself is already amazing. That's very highly commendable that you have chosen to do that. And when you observe that you're doing it for the second time, even more so amazing. And the third time, and the fourth time, until it becomes just a part of who you are. And you'll find that sitting with yourself, with your thoughts, and everything else is like the best friend you thought you'd ever need. And yeah, it has helped me a lot. I've observed, and I'm not saying that I'm so perfect already. Oh my goodness, no. But I've observed that, you know, I've gotten more calm, I've gotten more patient, and I've gotten more sensitive. Now I'm just trying to also train myself that when I do feel bursts of anger, that I don't deny them anymore, that I don't label them as, oh, Jardine, you're so bad. Babayaga, you're so bad. Ano na, Babayaga, Jardine. Babayaga is all right. Um, but stuff like those that, once you practice these things, you sit down with yourself and the different versions of you. It's part of healing, and it's part of reclaiming who you are as the entity that you are in this given form. So my hope for us, my lovies, is that uh, should you want to give it a try, um, meditation, you go ahead and do it, try it, and read more about it, experience more about it until you find that it's like aligned to who you are and it's gonna be your second nature. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today. And I wish us all a beautiful, amazing, loving, abundant life. Hamsala.